and I say a bad thing. Me I can't in a can yet because it's a bad thing. It's obvious. 90% that you're not going to get it. A bad thing, and I say until when I will get the money, then I will pay you. It means that automatically he or she wants to tell you that he's not going to pay. That's what he's trying to say. That's why our last conversation that we had, I told him that with the rapport that I've had with him, I'm not going to call him, talk about anything with this.
No. David, Obed, what is the refund policy? Only, like, what is your refund policy? You've made them be aware.
Many almost discuss about refund policy, but generally this is how it is done. This is how I do it.
Right.
Send any contact me or sending a video Let's say me send him a company. Me send him a company. The company I'm fana and as a company rejecting her. Then maybe satisfaction and maybe so. Mostly because of the nipa no interested na nasa or what's up or what paper so pursue to kind. I give the person another proposal. Okay.
Right, Onia, Memo Kwaba, Yefemi Henry, Kaiseng to Medi with the travel education. So that's a BB Fakuntu, if any current update, if flight, Kotuka, the Kosu, Kotuka, any Abian, Kofo, Akuntumu experiences, and Ammonia HS, and a what will shame and answer would see me finding or the same situation? Obehu Quanya Obefaso, I'll be 2 1 more. And Mobeka Brady be a friend Obed. Obed, a very gentle guy, And me and me following what TikTok, Ayana or my travel education. Or Nagasado base or Romania, Ayana sometimes work opportunities via say Kosovo, Romania, Ayana, or try say, Obama Ghana. Phone be aware nti se obi interested and now I try say or be connecting nipa no na ono nka sampo de me na ye interview e wo me platform we so da na brother bi edena aba but I need na aba me table so first time oba platform we so de me na me invite no ye interview kakra but say the brother need na aba em say efa situation be amanya na yebekum na before yebekum details no me pese ye hwe email na o send e de breme no me no nya bekinka email na brother ne send e breme no efa dia akoso oni Obed na fe ye wi ma contact Obed so amunye no nyina wa homa ne so na se ne be ya wo beti ase enti na me try say me ma a bit of information kakra ti se ne be ya me dia mo ba homa ne so you see exactly where we going. First yen share email na first time brother and contact him, FMO situation. Yen share their email kwa or send a breme. Me can email we and me contact Obed. Obed so get it back to me. Say no wabe. And no wabe on so training same but or sending me audio bia yem say brother no or sending me email way or yekomano. Inti yenti audio ni wia ne akọ amume ni wa homa ne so ne yakoma makwaba. Madarama.
Good morning. I hope so be able to call. Okay. Okay. Yesterday we concluded that we are taking the receipt, the authentication receipts. We are supposed to issue us authentication receipts and a request to talk to the employer. We are giving you up to 3 days, up to Friday. We are giving you up to Friday. Please, drama ni actual. It's up to 3 days, which is Friday. The end in frame. We are in the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. By Friday, when you fail to provide us with the authentication receipts, and then fail to talk to the employer, whatever that we do to take our money, we do to take our money. Honestly speaking, yeah. Whatever that we do to take our money, we take our money. And it takes so many years to build your reputation, but it will take just seconds for your reputation for so many years, hard working reputation will tarnish. So you can get us our receipt by Friday, then followed by talking to the employer. Other than that, the employer can't be because you're not ready to listen to cock and bull stories anymore. It's either you provide us with our part payment of our money, or you give us a authentication receipt and then request to talk to the employer, period, up to Friday. Because you catch us saying you no cause I fancy I don't have time. I fancy the catcher. It's just them say also the cancer has be a chair. Nothing should prevent you or affect you to get out the receipts and then talk to the employer. Thank you.
Where the message to BBW.
Mr.
Henry Medas say, Madam Assam two in him, so no. One when I was with one among say, Bepesina and Kasana, which will be on the side of the story. Yeah, personally, dear, and Camilla Sanka, some way, no, main town because the last time I knew about a Casayano, in Tassan Yedman, me, I make a chairman who say, there's nowhere, if nobody be, meaning I can't any issue concerning this issue now, meaning what that meaning no. But any respect, I'm going to say, we know what casa because make catch on was one to months and then 20 was waiting the first so the same way as me now say me hope through TikTok yeah now or videos talking about Romania and the rest me follow no for a while. I mean, yes, I issue see and can me know be good, me fine. I mean, me carry baby. Na me pese me have this application bi e you can add na me ho a bank statement to me contact no mo everybody na the bank statement e ma me but now scarce ni can e wo na shada en queen bebresa but for him to come out really to me the bank statement now say I mean we have some good vibes bi and beside that no so kra no na pese your passport man the ba wa no to be say me say me twa boan my passport na me chane say dey but mo madam for be immigration nti me connect no nti nyame say nya conference call mo here oni Mr. Obedi Kasai mo chane say so your passport no ni Ghana dia also share Ghana rep and I say visa consulate our Czech Republic so through madam for no so Obedi baby obi try there apply passport na man ba no we have had the good vibes and your problem there and I said visa but talking about the videos or your TikTok concerning traveling to Romania and I don't know. I mean, we felt like, oh, okay, everybody what you said. So we decided to embark on this Romania journey, you know. And then menu accuracy. See, the conclusion say early this year, 2025 in the chance say, I mean, I don't know, 2025 already. If you move if you Ghana or Romania, so you contact your bed. My dear, who be on your car. Today, they say, you know, mini, I know you're fast, say, be a plumbing. Say, a care plumbing video, SNM is still bed. And plumbing video, need out a crab 2 months. So after 2 months, I'm not sending a forms to say, see, they say, and Philly, mini, I could see, it's a Philly forms, no. And you're the same, you know. Yes, I say, the same, there isn't saying, no. It's your man. Obed the catcher say, you need to deliver in one now. Initially, no, na me was school until the car said no. Maybe sneaking for me share our video, no. But later na me share here na me can say you beg you know. Nti me na so aka say me made living and so therefore no so confidence and so beg the video man. And I send you feeling your Philly series ni di and scanning the same no. Nti no I think say Antebia no car say obi call Romanian and face part payments. And that's €1,000. Nti me the media me I could see the nya na yekoye. Nti yekoye na the share nasi any some guy be Alexander or whatever. Don't be sure airport no with €1,000. Before say this can be more money, a friend more confirming say I am for my need more. Me say with you until a month later no. Let me stop there. SNA some BB I say laptop BB I say we application be I mean we application be not say September 9th or say September 10th okay apply for your work permit. I'm so okay. Yeah, through that, no. And yes, yeah, and once I say, then yeah, the video, plumbing video, I dey amount say plumbing, yeah, per se, the banana, no. Some people say, delivery need one. I do one for see idea, but if we all be a question, no. Definitely, say any pattern, ejina, when I say, the say two, na, ubi says our question, we have. Obe baka say Debbie, no baka say be a back up and baka say be a on pet. Do only ever say 2 point. But okay, when you did you know when you did to say I obey. Into pay research new information, I gather our ground who say no, delivery money the buyer, a home back share power. And you my age, my papa be our Romania Kumo. Into information I gather in I said, it's either say ye dean information room near Janko. And I said, yeah, remember background because I delivery man pan or whatever Romania there, and yet. Mama yemba and I say you din process be any amount for need in come Germany, I mean Western Europe, no we did in come could run a janico. Just living illegally or outside, I mean who live winning clatter who live you or Germany the like of I mean the like Holland, Spain in the rest countries no. And we say any advisable for us. So therefore no a bit declining of no. So the bear pano young conquer Johnny, and I say young conquer live illegally, and I say young cock, young honk at share. They are on one more a traffic and a chair on seriously when it's so okay. The son of bed, yeah, you better to be say process no, because information I gather grounds nature say no, you're quite a home battery, and I say you're quite Johnny. See, as you many million didn't come when you win, you say no. See, you're quite Johnny grandpa, I can say yes, I'm cry. I say, pano. Delivery need your name to say be delivery, you know. And I me recording and me type is any obet. Before that, now me sending some message, you know. I think so Fred me akwesi or Fred group call by also when I'm into Fred me akwesi when need in common idea and me do your video ma say video ni or your video to me say me ba me tia me man into nka. To me say video no and a recording no the okay na say a bad thing say it's the calendar and Sabeka because or the scanner share process as any idea the anti video I mean me man as until so whatever and see my friend my name in Yakasika conference call and what shame say shame say own to make a country company and I say employer not in a deal no. So I catch and say boys too so moon ye bioma. It means a probability say process. Then I say example here 10 yeah process now. I say 2 a frame. It won't make a country and pray and say yeah frame. About a sana and pray and bedroom say bianco from cry work permit by Asha. If you say jai. So then we didn't be jai. So therefore no own to make a country and pray and say 2 say on moon ye biom. I'm so okay. So Sana Wakadia, Eddie and Yedding. It's 3 days to say. On provide so we could chase my employer and I say whatever no. And I say we chase it on sure on my receipt. The money days on from providing a receipt. Receipt no the money 3 days when to me and provide this receipt. When say I couldn't to media so we trade be on receipt. So 3 days now when to me providing a receipt no your money grace period of 2 days. And so when to me and provide a receipt. So after 2 days no any a friend no I think it's like a Monday late Monday cry. I mean, I'm watching by about 2 weeks in this and come on. And they channel say, Mr. Obed, I say amount 2 the amount is say provide a receipt and a request to talk to the employer. But as it seems like receipt now, on file receipt be my request to talk to the employer now. Also, so I won't count she. And come on, any this same Breno, Obed catch say company no a vacation. So they say on Colanti. Young school in Nimian so catch as a company called vacation. When you talk about company is an institutional organization. So there's no way a company will embark on a vacation session. So me and Kawasa and person make sure they be anti me a say company called vacation. Okay, yate. Until they can see and say at the end of the day, nobody catch a so affirmation. Say si Canada on my yes, and beside that, they were recording our HSA, Obed in the catcher says, Column, and I do about my affirmation, or you see the word when says, Onyebia, it means, say, 1,000 years or no, Onyebia, I had the Sikano, yes, I can Sika, and I say, I mean, part of the money, and Sabekabi. In Tekaya, they did the my meme catch and I said, that dinner, I mean, needing common. The last day, I mean, needing common. There's no way, I mean, my friend view, I catch and I said, my friend, I'll talk about Sika some issue. Me friend view, me can once a medium, or pa, on family, or pa, on fa. Kasani ni yam we free bibi. Ifenri abra ye di videos man say plumbing na ye peno. Each we be say ye pe in your delivery ye peno. The same day now be proceed plumbing jobs in vacancies. Me shedi me type of person be I don't want to me person make kasa be brave. Oh yeah, I don't want to talk. I say win him. So I kept asking myself but say na obed say the plumbing video about 80 I will be another Juma for as I proceed the same jobs now panel without any reason. One main reason be and I say living your pana. So yes, I in my own way, we want to say a trap be and I say settings be now with the BT because anchor for what I know they say fine the plumbing and balance the plumbing now far. And then it's in the point say which Jack the video I was cool and I could see what the plumbing by and prayer announcement to say anything. This is what I was expecting him to do. Why be asa and over two living and my or to my no G2 but yet not research gather information on the grounds and you say no. The man the Romanian that share and I say information the man say about big Johnny. Yes, so you see baby Johnny because opportunity now when I deal with you man, you say about best no. So you dream who you say no. Therefore, you kokra na asem. Nti the bear but the deserves also the my no. See come with my back fine. But the answer the deserves also the my from my and then I cut down because no he is always right and he doesn't find any fault in anything that he does. Mr. Henry, me DM one answer me come as me catch us me no one come bia asemi na ni akwesi me nim say bia asem me fi bi dia
right akwesi bibi wo ho a David ntimi anka ba so kaka ho asana mama obeda kasa wadaroma
no I think senior me David start TV bia I think was starting in the 90s ni na but no answer na like ko ba na
okay me that say well Mr. Obed we the message was be say winya ho say na wonim be kasa me no kasa ya che after your last interview no inti un say we so de akoye ye ho antimi say no Obed asem de David Dibam say no me try say we will get out of the ways and enkoye basa which na bibisa inti me da say winya akonya so say wonim be kasa inti Obed we the wadaroma wo so nchire mu wadaroma
very much only video platform.
Medase.
They kind of yes. They contacted me. I think I knew through TikTok, through Romania, and on messaging. I think that was 2002. So knowing him from afar, and also we also knowing the MMA and it's in almost 2 years. If my memory serves me, I paid the date now, my ball. And Abraham share TikTok, a delivery, and I'm the share. So for almost 1.5 years, it was all about delivery. Almost 7 years, so I'm Romania. I delivery 1 America. There was no other job because I wasn't having that opportunity. So presumably, we know that ABI Sebi. At the onset of the May, they say delivery. Yeah, technically, the person knows what I normally educate or talk about the delivery job. Fair be it. So I won't say Amubeba. They contact them with a Jumasem, and they can do the delivery, the plumbing job. So I told them to get a video and send it. And initially, I think that we weren't in communication for about a year based on taking another opportunity, say we are no year before. So he contacted me back, say, delivery. And if my memory serves me right, either it was text or call. I told him, say, delivering the opportunities are there, but must submit document for the delivery job for some candidate. Until unless if you almost train or train kakra, so who say if there is the process is going on, as an emergency amount for full fruition. Nevertheless, there are other opportunities. I want to say plumbing, any other job. So in plumbing, yeah, on plumbing video, non farm running for any company. If the company selects him, then this will be an offer letter. Then we'll make payment. Then we check it from there. Yes, indeed. Okay, yes, sir. And I'll send a video ni buy, and I forwarded it to the company. And again, I am Juma, and I know no one I'm sending. I know said the I'm sending video. There were other applicants are normally also from Ghana applying for the same job. Yes, select ebimu, yan select ebimu, and almost yan select you. The wukuni ni bra no mo ka omo yan select. Even people more experience in the job. The reason they gave me was the company gave me was their video doesn't sound or doesn't seem to be convincing to them based on the company or no, the employer knows best. So I never opted to do anything. So later on, I messaged Ewuku and asked, say, do you need delivery? And sending in Yemunu, Abra almost sending almost document or sending a video, any other necessary document for the plumbing. Payment wasn't done because, and I even remember he asked me, so I'll make you pay the first payment for the product. And I told him, Unsan can offer letter, so there is no need for payment. Fair be it. So I asked him, say, Nani plumbing, a delivery no one, and as send or kind of betro no, till later, and or betro yes. Presumably, we need to be real. Or you've known me on social media, and initially you knew me through the delivery job. And so I can say yes if you are interested. For me, there is no need for me to come and explain it well to you because at the onset of May Jumana and MAM, it was the delivery. That was when you even contacted me at first. No, preference. Then we take it from there. So almost sending the document, I have the TC. Now I okay, Uncle make payment. Amount for Banty. On first scanning So he made the payment. I have the picture and all the data. I can forward it to you. Or make payment 1,000 euros. And I'm the buyer. And I went to do the payment. They've done everything. I started process. I make it online submission. This is how it is. With the process, you need to make an online submission. So the immigration will give you a date for you to come and do the physical submission, normal study the document. So in a month's time, then they issue the work permit to you. So I forward everything to you as a proof, say, the online submission have been done. So just an order me sending forms view or laptop. So I'm sending. So that was it. Now I'm forwarding now. Okay. And last 3 weeks, or if my memory serves me right, and I was sending him a message saying he's no longer interested in the delivery job because of I am research, and the research shows that Obedra and Fabana into the way forward. And I'm saying, okay, to send him a message, the following day I'm responding to the message saying, you opting out and after you not being interested in the delivery job, I need to respect that, and I'm not in any position to come and convince you or tell you say, oh, I don't know when you and it a whole problem because I will seek and with you not find the amount. It is only interested, yeah, no problem. But it will be a problem. A better day say if I will request for a refund on Sabeka because one. The time at which I will make you or request, I am very short. And then you and Abra will send you documents in the buy and as a Uchicano and I'll pass Unyabiamudia. February 8 coming to I met me do Sicamo because the purpose for your payments, so also when you be honest, chess camo will be honest scanning or why do you have to keep your money? We do sick up amount, but you like the keys. But Jessica, Ediama. The first party who is the employer, and I said the company. Why process no? Why evidence of it? Master, I shall say this is the evidence. And the time at least also win you. And next time, and no appointment time is just a month and some few weeks and a done term. Into a one, a be affected me, but also affected almost so document because I am Mimezuma and I've had this same experience with these same employers. At the end of the day, I bear that cost and I won't bear this cost again. And it will be difficult. And I am saying it again. Or can I say in San Kasikabia in the audio, Mr. Henry, I've sent you the audios of which on also audios no. Obetimi send audios ni nyina e de amount. E bi obekas e bi ye corner na me kan sa. And send or can say me can say me ni San Kasikabia no. I need him to come out plainly and give that evidence of this and memesing in San Kasikabia. And definitely Ebia and Brown might have a record of that. I stand to be corrected. And Timika said, this is the situation. So Banka and Sisudia said, either Ninsabe Kasikana and Nasa Ninsan Kasikana. What I say is it will be very difficult. Semekasa, meaning there might be a probability because Sebi and I also know him send away on him. Maybe it. And I sent him the audio and I forgot. And I made we were there. And he later sent an audio giving me an ultimatum, say, a receipt from the employer and also want to talk to the employer. Okay. The conversation. I even made a suggestion. Okay, if that is the case, one person on your employer, I talk to the employer. Instead in talking to the employer because he
Obed, now line each kakra.
Okay, sis, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'll catch him say, okay, or person employer nekasa, and he needs a receipt from someone making a payment. And again, with all due respect, so we hear receipt I am maybe na utu esikana ma am say na making emphatically say me na utu as official you are right. I am maybe one upe you should request a receipt from me, not ABI my first party. ABI if you need a receipt from a first party, meaning maybe you are doubting say one mean tu esikana man and now say ABI sebi me try I am just playing around the bush. I mean, why me the why me India grown and they me make us say wire submission. Maybe you need a proof. So I told him, if you want to talk to the employer, if you need a receipt, if I'm able to provide you the receipt and you talk to the employer, meaning you make your request directly to the employer, not me, because maybe you have your doubt. And if I'm able to justify that with you, then you can go ahead and deal with the employer direct. I said it emphatically. So later on, they called again. They said he sent another audio, giving me another ultimatum. So man, could see Friday, man, telling car a fine could see. So the following day, which was Saturday, they called me. I wasn't able to pick, and I called them back in the midnight, and we had a discussion. And the discussion in our career said they need their refund, and I told them say if they need their refund, until when I'm in Sabeka scan. That is when Omosabeka Omusika. So in the first place, Mankasa Omonsanka Omusika, I said, to when Mensabeka Sikana from the employer, I will give your money back to you because I don't have any interest in keeping your money. Also, and again in the audios, Mama Mekase and a man can't say, I don't white was I don't know why Chamami this can acquire into Sikano San can be there. It's never here nor there. So I said it on authority. Until when I'm in Sabekeskano, then you will get your money. And again, I say, say, company no eco vacation. Company eco vacation. I told you, say, I contacted the employer. The employer said, our vacation into Babaka. And the employer of vacation. And even per the whole can say, say company eco vacation. The company is run by an employer. And depending what you are saying, if you want to justify, say, say a company in the vacation. Say company, so vacation, you need to know so break. But what I said, but I said the employer say or vacation into your bar, then we see how best you look at all these things. And again, I never said say unsan kan usika. I said say until when mensabe come and that is when you will get it. So if you assume say to 1,000 years to 15 years to 17 years now, mensabe can there. That is when you are meaning you maybe you want to be sarcastically and telling me say at the those kind of things. And I need to respect your opinion and your decision. Say now also your research now who say I need to respect that. And I also have to find ways and means to make sure say may the rightful thing send this decision. And I said this thing wouldn't affect Sebi. And again wouldn't also affect my job. It's Mr. Henry.
Right, me that say. First of all, no, the mechanic say, mummy, no. First of all, I like the relationship, mummy, you had. So that's I mean, the both relationship, I know it was very genuine between Obed and David. I mean, the fact, obi cramp or on any tiakwentu, and yet easy impose, obe calling home pose, on my an address, and I'll be so using address at the yard, non empo. Say was nipane den the bank statement at the mouth. Just it just show how much trust you have for each other, and then the fact is that David so or try say obe buano or don't so tama no so here be free hono. That's how relationship is about. It's all about say yeah boy ye home. So what I say yeah boy ye home because and yeah mumu be a per se or be a be funny who situation be muna obi ti baby no serenia day. So until when situations like this happen, I am very sad because it makes the bone and the foundation of how you started your relationship now it's becoming in vain, but you guys have a really good relationship, we cry there we will let it get out of you guys what you have built. But yensheni say Obed mami mbusa big akra we need ma Intino, say according to them, they came to you with a plumbering. Intino, you proposing them, delivery. And I said, and I say, they were not that accepted for the plumbering from the employer. No, yes, sir.
Yes, of course.
Right now, Musu Yahweh said they will not be accepted until you try to make them an offer. Which is good because people say, okay, there's nothing we can do, but you try to propose them another offer, which was great. But how the situation was until you trying to make another offer, which is the delivering. Emma, they accepted. Because Mitier David, I'll not just say, no, that's what they proposed for the plumbering, but Munan outside at the full boom. I say he was still waiting an interest with the plumbering. But also, as I said, no, he was aware. Said the employer didn't accept their application. Money clear, Emano. Whatever.
Moving on, I never explained to them. Say select you. I never explained to them. The reason is because the reason is because I never explained to them say select you with the plumbing job. Definitely it is my job, and I need to find ways and means that I will try and maneuver my candidate through it based on say the candidate or qualify for the Juma or based on the job. So the employer didn't select them. Video no almost selected. Reason known to me by the employer that they are not all that well plumbers. So I didn't explain to them. And moving forward, for me to come and ask them, say, are they interested in the delivery? Because previously they have contacted me for the delivery job. That's what they said. They have contacted me for the delivery job.
Right.
Said they needed the delivery job. So coming to ask you, say, are you interested in the delivery job? For me, I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah.
I need not to give you more explanation on the delivery job because you know it already. And you opting for the plumbing was because of, say, you wanted the delivery job. And I told you, say, I want a choke. So if there's another way I hear plumbing, if you are interested in a video, Fabra and Yenche. So a honor of honest in the business also pay delivery job. And it wasn't an opposition changing now for delivery. And even that, as at that time, payment wasn't done. As you say, beer, no me misika for the plumbing, and be a young selector, and I may force you and answer may find another means, may fix wash another place, send your bear, mean for Sikane mount, and answer send your bear, be a Sikana with chairman, and one of the delivery.
Matthias,
there was no payment for that.
Matthias,
no catch them say, the catch your delivery, and the choir said, because if you let us say, we are stranded. And I'll be accepting so pay delivery now. You are not being fair to me. You are not being real to your own self, because there was no commitment. Se fani sika semwa. Eka ebia ba na se bia upe plumbing na wetu sika ma me. Se me fanya plumbing ne ma. And a plumbing ne yan select o. And a me ma o eni nchirichiremu. And a me di another job aba. Se me de be show kon se ne be ya iti presume and I assume say ebia ya for delivery plumbing job nti me ma we juma foforo e de a show se ne be ya be cover there. And they are 100% right. You can ask them, was any payment done as at that time? There was no payment done. There was no payment done. And I asked, are you interested in the delivery job? Who said no? And I never even sent a message to us, and then I wasn't interested. I saw that message. I never asked you because I want to sika and I'm a day boy. Sebi, me do sika work. There was nothing like say utia forms and as admission for a consultation fee. No, sika na wait no me did who do a dear amount. What you say?
Yeah, Matthias here, Obed.
Me catch also delivery no. I never give you an explanation and I say a buyer no yeah sebi ebia you are vulnerable. Sasa no can say nipa 10 and almost a situation anymore. A nipa 1 penny because on your delivery now. You are not being fair. It is assume say ebia let me show and I said I was trying to find a way out to just get you into the process, of which that wasn't it.
Yeah, Obed. I mean, I agree with you, and I understand where you're coming from. Because David Niakwesi already know Mama Obed Ayawe say the delivery job no you guys are interested, but don't know what plumbing right. But you no plumbing no employer now famo no automatically no. Memo kasapa automatically ono say any side obe proposimo delivery even though one shemo but unse Obed the thing is say I mean what you did ni yemu na ope but unse nipa de you should have been clear from beginning. He say okay media tum wo yam pekemo ain't say no eno de close plumbing there he say you're closing because you're paying more but right now no the delivery ewo ho and I mean him say mo so mo pe delivery money je ho na the make no Obed what I say who said it because minim said oh yeah and year mu and I mean you want the best for them so that say but un say ochina semunti ochina semunti so into that you would be clear with them say oh yeah I'm paying more a plumber yeah I'm paying more ain't saying there's nothing much I can do but there's still because they see another you kind of saying David Kabibi say that night na that day now who say what's I could posti plumbing social media and as a person now who cash in channel you still be wondering say now akwe what proposing me delivery also me say me plumbing what could posted plumbing so into anyone they make you see where I'm coming from Obed. So they make but Omani clear man and now Ochi was a posty crana he wouldn't think about it because me say yeah I'm paying they make no better what I say.
Is that what you say?
So hey into the mechanic I mean you didn't think to that extent so but you somehow no idea you didn't think how it will look like from his end so
yeah I didn't make it clear to them. Yes, so what also prevented them from also asking because we are all doing this.
Oh, and I will ask them. I will ask them. Definitely, I'm going to be Samo. But I just wanted to make that side clear.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand, my dear.
Right.
The job. I reposted say I still need plumbers because the offers are there. The decision of the selection is based on the employer. It is a submitted 10 plumbers. The company is requesting for 10 plumbers. They submitted 10. Let's say out of the 10, I'm for NIPA 5. This one for 5. Meaning there are more vacancies, 5 more left for me to post. It is Sebi.
But the thing is, no, it's not that he doesn't know. Who said they are winning? That's the thing, you know. Obed, the guy that said, "Who they are winning? Or no, they winning." So you see, you. Yeah, but how can they make the matter? I won't say maybe why you try to handle it, you know, although in the interest of the person, but I would say why we don't think say it will come to that point. So what I say, and you know what you knew, you know, don't know, you can't tell them everything, but at least you know just a bit of brief. Say, hey, Bema, you pick 5, but they didn't pick you guys. And you know when they were home, and you know so when you who they are fine. You know, intino who's was posti plumber. I mean, you have right to post it because they still need vacancies. So that's it. But no who's was posting. So you know, he's a bit questioned. Say, oh, I didn't. Maybe I'm still waiting. What's posti? So, but maybe they understand where you're coming from, right? David, you wanted to say something. David, I'm sorry. When they mute you,
Okay. Mr. Henry, thank you very much. As I was talking, what he's saying, I won't dispute the fact that what he's saying was wrong. Initially, at the beginning of the genesis of everything, I mean, I just knock in for the delivery, but later on something just pop up and you need to put everything. I mean, whatever that he said in the genesis of his statement is true. But at the time that I came back again to knock the door, I came with different proposal. Right? Yeah, I came with a different proposal with the plumbing. But Mr. Henry, we asked him just a simple question. Obed, did you make us aware that we didn't get we were not picked? That's the question. So you see, you asked him yes or no. You see the way he was, I mean, trying to yes or no. Oh no. Just you see, you didn't make us aware of it. That's why I was worried about the moment I saw you posted it on your status about plumbing again. The way you were just asking him, I was just asking myself questions. Like how is it a prank or is it a trick that he wants to as a trick we go to so the BT had me and answer saying, but that shouldn't be the case. What I was expecting was now Busano. Oh, chairman, delivering plumbing and famo. So what is anything? Me to me day. Do one semi counting chin to say, because I even I mean, I can't say on one semi chin to say, Miana, me can't yes. But me question is, I blame who said any status are or plumbing boom. No, I want to hear me question.
But David, but David, inti also no tama. Unim say you know what's any plumbing CV near in a man no. A chino or no for reply nyamba ya osabe can delivery asemono. I don't know when bisano.
Miss Henry, me person says our question, the same question, the man. No answer yes or no before some answer because Obed seems to be always right and doesn't want to.
Oh, and then they don't know why any clear so I didn't from so too.
Before you ask me the same question, I would like you to ask him the same question for you to answer yes or no before I'll answer you, please.
All right. Obed.
Mr. Henry.
Yeah. Yeah. Obed, what do you mean?
I think that you asked me this question and I answered it. I think
your answer was yes or no. You were just explaining yourself. Just explanation. It wasn't yes or no.
Okay. Let me answer. I didn't give them any explanation.
All right. Thank you, Medase. All right, David.
Okay. Mr. Please come with your question.
Yeah, David, maybe the say what you are interested at training panel. And nipa say okay you or you know or ye video any yimbra no cinema employee no. What sending be biama no or the co o train reply. Or buy no wabeka simple for say delivery are available. We need you one. And I will say I. But I don't know when Bisani say, what about the plumbing? No?
At that moment now, I can't say I'm responding down yes or no. Now I can't make a chance say go school. it's school no mean to me now time and chat and bisa and but obi better say after school what time I would me agusa why is that always as a question. But it doesn't occur to me to ask Mr. Obek because we have had a good vibes and then you have been, I mean, on social media and we have been good friends. So then when he say, Mary Bisan, so Obek, I didn't know Bisan, I didn't know what we said, and I said, because of the Genesis conversation or chat, I think say, I mean, when David Onimaku. So I think that me believe in a difference of because I obey. That was the reason why I didn't bother to disturb him as well.
Right. Case way very easy. And David, I know where you're coming from. We are all brothers. And David, me sure I won't say one videos. I know you're very hardworking. You're a very hardworking person. So that's it. Mumi Obed to say, he's very, very hardworking. Videos so they also try to say, Obe Buanko for so you both educated. You both educated. Now the TNA say minimum from soa Obedaye. And now also meaningful so why ye say unse yeshemu pa David unse adikrontia Obed ebe catch about delivery no adikrontia who accept and say me share what you said now you were willing to take any offer via Obed at the beba just for you to get to Romania into Obed drew Romania. I mean, senior can say when for or Germany, when for or has say you assume say okay, the biama obiano o could do Romania hona kotina, ube pay biafa. So that's any offer bia obe de buy you didn't bother to ask any question. So they are saying, right, which I understand because according to the according to a normal, we say normal. We said, David, we all do these things. A normal. So I said, but we say a trainer, wow, researcher, who say no, mean to me enjoying and I mean to me free Romania continent baby illegal because of this immigration. Yeah, didn't know. You decided to retreat back anything you are doing with Obed. So that I say in whereby say you let him know, so okay, so say no when you're interested. But this is whereby so say you've already make payments say any panin chassis. So tell me what I say. It in na akoye bibi to say o finalize o neema no when say o plans kra we ye ni say Romania kra call kra na the we never be no you're not interested in it o could withdraw any arrangement be woni nipa na ye but say 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 nipa no process ade na okoye intino say or the scan ko shema do no the only company you'll be company na be on any nipa na ye adwuma nti bibie ni a or the command nipa no e bia ne so ka say or the application command employer no say we ho intino say it's very difficult say you can always just start something now. Say one point now shall say they're different, but Obina is standing on your behalf. Say ain't in some way, so be a little bit unfair, kakra. So I be a little bit unfair, kakra. But the Yeshane say, Yabamantia say Jumana, at least what my mouth maybe say, okay. I will talk with the employer and I say be a very fun man. I will be shaman 19 not to say we see how to send back your money to you and I be sir. So from what you said, no, I knew Emma Wapo can Germany as but I understand. Normal, we all do these things. Normal. And I'll bet so no one ya dear. But minim say one yes say be for the sake of say be and bonim. I think say he just trying to help. But sometimes nipa say will try say help you maybe you take it for granted because kobeti me catch you say bema me sorry yam foul still not delivery available so permit me do wash your so kobeti mama ya aware now you decide whether say okay open one and say pay but already no idea be say already know what show interest in the past into know him said definitely you'll be willing to take that now one hand on home person say be plumbing yam for na bibisa because he knew say he had another offer to give you so when you say be an born him but next time no so idea no so or me sure so be bibi say Oberman wire where say okay, this is the situation, fine. So this is what I can finalize or I can see from the situation. But David, Ubetimaka say bia you know, we be episodic account wadaroma.
Mr. Henry, I mean, as I said, we have had a good vibe with the rapport and everything. He can also attest to that. I mean, but me, I don't have any issue. See, but I don't know. You see, all castle meeting in power. You see, yes, yeah, me and say, I mean, for us not to proceed with the process anymore. Say the work cannot. You know, we cannot do that. And he say, fine. To you, you know, you're the compare, and you're the boy. Personally, they mean I could say research information
right.
I say. And second, yes, you am per se obey the and Chanky being DNA Jessica. And he could do Nanka Yadi. Yeah, I am one in the Nanka, she also call. But maybe per se opportunity now or one of your videos are a month for Banum Jan in Tabanasana or Moose say Ghana phone say opportunities now. We decided that no, yeah, I am back. Near Sembe Johnny, a panel. I mean, in the kind of stay back near where the future lies, and my mini what I say. But the customer now cannot say a bad thing, so but I check prayer and if you say, me probably is minimum we are processing some with you, I mean, because so cast a bad thing, so I catch on one, it means no drink the only drink the door now more processing more than a drawer. I know dream. As in I already seeing you because on can't employ and say boys now boys 10 emphasis zooming me cite example boys now we are be processing more two showing you be unjon because I can't be the whole process in now best so you say I had all drink and one not drink to do I can he is trying to maintain or protect those that they are let over there working with dealing with the employer. So what are you going to do? Or can we say until when? So, said you school. You'll be used to when in a statement, or be used to when in a statement, which means it means that up to infinity. So, onya, I say with and fan so onya, which ya menya, unto shit. The word when no you see need to say, and I say bed me I can in a can yet because the bed it's obvious. 90% that you're not going to get it. I bet in pan I say until when I will get the money, then I will pay you. It means that automatically he or she wants to tell you that he's not going to pay. That's what he's trying to say. That's why our last conversation that we had, I told him that with the rapport that I've had with him, I'm not going to call him, talk about anything with this. Or
no. David, what Obed, what is the refund policy? Only, like, no, a year, dear, no. What is your refund policy? You've made them be aware. Bibi also when am I aware? Oh no, in general, because say Obed, only especially only for a years kasem ni ade. We say refund policy, no say bia eti saying. Say na only amukan, say bia obi discover na bia or yes onye bioma na say obi discover na. What is the refund policy I only for a year? Because I think say you should have something like that. Say bia or you will be protected. Only bibisa how ni amukan yansa na mo ediscaneba.
Many ongoing discussion about refund policy, but generally this is how it is done. This is how I do it.
Right.
Send anybody contact me or sending a video Let's say me sending my company. Me sending my company. The company I'm fana and as a company rejecting her. Then maybe satisfaction and maybe so. Mostly because of the nipa no interested na nasa or was of all papers or pursue to kind. I give the person another proposal. Okay, this is available. The nipa no bisa follow up question. Okay, and then identity I am family and answer there me and say okay, ya file. Oh, a bit delay. Then if the nipa na say onye interested be ma at that point in time, one Is it that in the panning to Yasikana man? And even post what Jessica man, the grandpa, the near payment to the first party. And it is at that point, the Sikana Ewa, so you getting the money back. No? It is very easy. I have to give your money back to you because the entire Uchi Sikana say, when Jumani for a man. Unjustified because company now for man and cast on two unkrata no anamo. And there is no need for me to keep your money or say a young selection may show kete say me do for now. Another example, I can cite an example. There is another guy almost may submit for this plumbing job now. If I try to the guy wasn't selected with the plumbing job, yeah. And now I gave him another offer with the same delivery job, delivery job, and also I'm interested in the delivery job. So I asked him, what is the way forward? Do you need another offer or you want to opt out? Also on your open sika. There and there, minchia because minchia ni sika. No, I make payment, but minchia my third party. I gave the person's money back to him. But what I say? So, say, otu sika na ma, this minchia ma. The first party, which is the company and also the agency and also employee now.
Yeah.
The possibility of you getting your money, 100% because there is no need, there is no reason for me to keep your money. I mean, I say, what contact me? I don't know, I'll be wasting my time. There is no need for that brouhaha back and forth. But me making payment to the first party, the company, the agents who are working on your, let us be real. It will be very difficult for me to even go and say, me just can't back because my candidates on your beam. It's very difficult. It being difficult to the example, it can, and I have experienced this kind of thing, of which it is really affecting me. Trust me, I have used my personal money to pay a refund to them. Of which as you can, the agencies and the companies, I'm afraid, I know you make because also I am wage and our starting process. No, ultimately refund back. Let us build as business.
Yeah.
And today now kasa any commodity. But if you let it look as if say Sebi, what you to come so you want to choke me to the neck and presume and as if say you have evidence of paying money to me and maybe I would call what you come or for you send a Sebi who are right what you come so I have every right or be man or be him the oil. And I wouldn't take this opportunity to say me baby will be kwasia and I say me I won't take an advantage of Obi. Nevertheless, that is the same respect I'm reciprocate. But if you think say my money is or your agent or your connection or the amount for to agent for the son or the fine, then I also come on board with my rights. But what I say?
Oh, Matthias here.
It wouldn't help. It wouldn't help all parties. This is if you send all can me send him and say delivery no so say sebi. There is no need for baby follow-up question. I can literally also come on board and say, okay, I also know a wuku delivering. There is no need for me to come and tell me, say, I am funny plumbing, no, but on board say, delivering or trying to anything I'm so explain. Or be aware reason to justify the why. Or face and it will be our reason. We need to respect that.
Yeah.
But if you come on board and say, I'm 3 days, 2 weeks, 1 month, and now I say, we need to respect ourselves. There need to be some sort of decorum with an amount to how everything. So the opportunity to me sure say be my flow be say I don't know send a document me no nipa na kasa anyhow because of say be my dream say all those who chase kanti me na kasa anyhow because of say me na more opportunity. Never that way. But say any day be my nyina ho. Just say now can we need to be real. Inti e bia maka chose e be den kra. Oh unia say ne be me nka say be pa ma chose me nyu sika ma. Oh inti how best are we going to look for say ebia baby beba but how can so mami 3 days upe osika man first kana ma baby I will call reputation then we need to leave it there with due respect.
Yeah, Matthias here, but unso be yana frustration kakra. You know, baby, you know, David ne akwesi free bar and now be so mete wase because the thing is you know I'm frustration because unse Ghana for no na most of times you know say bibi ya paper say or this skako shame no okasa onye bioma na or expect say okay you know, and in money me ama sanka misika, but na you know a process process na say e bien say me dinga kan no so obed no between nkodi mu or no only companies and agency for na adwuma into no dey no so open nipa no e bread these companies no into no on sa broche so the papers ni ade ni nyina no you know you need registration, you need a year maybe why say you know you pay for it in ade into no say nipa no a started process no say wo ka say bia wo hia osika baka you know akwa e biti say okay application ni ade amatoto afele aseni akoni ade na eno nye wanka David mutues kanema obed no edi how many weeks or months and mo ka se mo nye biem.
I think maybe a month. I could see about Nakayana, but I should Takayana because I think you're the man on.
But the emphasis Bosumiaba.
A pound, Bosuma.
And I said, David Musa, I check a crown, I'm a boy.
The payment was done on the 10th of April, which was Thursday.
April,
which was Thursday at 10:45 p.m.
Okay, and I'm Rebbe Namokasa Munyabim.
And the timer, the audio came, say,
I think early this month.
That was 7th July, Monday.
And it's a 3-month too. That's a 3-month too.
7th July, Monday.
Right, nice. David, nice a 3-month too. It's nice a 3-month he cry no. Suppose no me sure so not atumde da wo enti we here with the mesre bed, what can we do for them in this situation?
Mr. Henry, there is always a way out, as I said earlier on. Obi am person be going into this situation, and sebze juma ya faton wo say in as much as say boano, but we need to have some sort of decorum and respect for yehu.
Yeah. But
maybe you shouldn't sound as if say, and I if you like I'll forward the audio to you, but if you let him look as if say one man is car, say no in his submission or say Obed thinks that he's right in everything that he's doing. Yes, I will be always right with what I'm doing because I know the kind of people I'm dealing with, one. And I know the consequences based on experience I'm mania with who Ghana for. People will come on board with this same like obeba you later on the person will let you look as if it's sebi. You don't know what you're doing with your time. And those kind of they are uncle for said I'm not trying to say
Matewa say
I'm for years to come I'm for that doesn't say years come I said me so me also the that is never here nor there. So everything boils down to respect. Any need here the be my home. But umani looky as if say what years come into so I owe you a responsibility. I said this cannot the bomb so I need to pay you back. Let's all the terms and conditions. Mama said, oh mommy 3 days, oh mommy 1 week. And then the Brian Henry send evidence and mama will date you. Who said they send me video of this kind of and the nipa no could yes kind of said me they are there. So if there's anything of say be a fish I wouldn't introduce this kind of people to you and I said to say coach yes come on their life will be in danger. It comes to this kind of thing. So you need to know say ebia e na muntu na yetu unye biema kasa onya me nye biem send ye be no even though me say be okay ye be kon because sometimes there are instances where you go and present it to the employer and the companies and the agencies. Obeka chose okay obema 100 euros. Imagine say what you 1,000 euros. The employer so obema 100 euros. Me ba be catch you same person will think say be or this kind of man and decide this 100 euros. Of face it is ABR. You will be expecting a certain amount there. You think so what I say? A whole lot goes into this. It may be and to say you've made one make a refund on Saturday and you are expecting me to pay the money to you on maybe Friday. Meaning, is it that say you are thinking one? That was the reason no visa for a receipt and to talk to the employer. Of course, I don't have any problem. And I told you I contacted the employer also on vacation to duration or probation time of the man. It didn't meet. So you find it very offensive that then man meet because of say what you see come on. I need to provide it for you instantly based on what time now I share them out. And it won't work in my thought. It won't work there. I have to send all come. Imagine we any pattern. Business wise, profitable wise, I need to protest uncle for 8 and a or no also obey delivery. Say yes, and yes, 7-1 or no say or no say and research was or no so be draw a bebuano. So do you want me to go and a beer me kokase go for 2 so monya? Maybe our news or mokase other 2 no my on bet to change chance and so affect. At the end of the day, I will be the center of I'll be stressed out. So what I say? And it's all because if you are me doing mumu 2 no, and me doing sanko for 8 no. First, you are not being fair to sanko for 8 no. You are also not being fair to me because you think so. Which is come on. But what does it? And I can also tell you I also have my rights. Okay, also usika. I have never said so sanka usika. So Macau baby say me sending sanka nisika na sikana share. He should bring it out. He should say it emphatically. Me say be na sanso aka say until when I'm in become misika and on no presume say be or educated or akani so because say be there meaning the probability say enyen 100% we
but Obed me bow Obed one question Obed let's be honest with each other. Let's be honest. Who you sure say who catch employee ni say amose amunye bioma employee this can be mau.
Harry, I am telling you no me come a chair me wuda. This discussion, the amibe can obeka say already in fan because I was trying to make a reference to send me explaining Yama to them. And who told me say any fan say be America say deliver the crime maybe or say so anything pertaining you made Juma me I think that it is personal to me. Be a nyanse me say me church mu chire another person be obeti nyema be na nko say be a me dada no. So ka say en fan ho a there's no need for me to move forward. Okay, let me come on to this way. Say, because I've had this same issue with this same employer. And in November, December, they contacted me. We started the process. And you almost submission later. We have a mini BM. Because employer, no, same thing. My starting process. They are not going to get their money. It is time wasting with your lawyer. With your way, fine, kusin or for a can. Or my example say, do this can I into? Ooh, who you win so fair. I find you are right. What do you mean question? Because there are different forms or say anye and maybe I would demand for you seeker and I say who demand for a request. A getting the money back will be very, very difficult because the enemy can me seeker and refund it back to these people. So I come here say a leader said what you seeker will be so yeah or make control say be I didn't ye. Say even for anye you will get your money. So there are instances a year will be processed. Then some can work permit you refuse. I told them this is the case. Your man work permit, so this is the way forward. You will try and refund your money. We will find their money back to them. The assessor of Monsaka. But what I say?
Matthias,
I say depending your process, no. Bibia Maya, una also nebima. Reasonably, subse una chesu, na chesu nyan to was here. Near dinko, near find it how Sebi. You bet me, I get a good result to request no. A different from say them America just say see process now uncle you employer and so you and I said the call a refusal. This also here or refund. Me 2 days, me 1 week, give me find them. And then you're right because you are not at fault. That's what I say. But here is the case. The thing is going on. So we need to be one, have a cognitive conversation and find a way out. Something good will come out from it. In as much as it's very difficult, definitely there will be something out there. A come out positive.
Right.
Maybe look stupid. Maybe I don't know.
And say anything I obey. Maybe I say it's say I'm situation. What's the best way forward? Because one say catch am say I'm on chain. Unsake scan am beka. Nice. I don't know. You're giving them hope. And internet maybe say we are sure say we catch employer and say amusa monye bioma employing this kind of amount. We are sure so that they know where their hope lies. So I say, but say no say be okay yen to was yen din komo na yen hwe say ebia ebetima pa another solution bi dia na say no na yasem fufuro na say ebia betima ka cham say okay wo de amonya to boase the way the things are no obehwe say ebia you will contact another employer to see say if there are plumbing opportunity no if it will get her, because when say I think amonya plumbing opportunity in there aka all this money return no ka they they will not talk about it, so they'll be satisfied with the job they got. But delivery I say delivery they are not interested. Instead, be able to make them say, okay, you see what you can do again with another employee regards to the job offer. No, but say, catch them train. Case can out there, they are not you giving them hope. Into 6 months, 5 months, 2 months, 3 months, they are more train. And then because we are sure say employer need this kind of mau, because I know how employees are. Into tell me be south, no.
Mr. Henry, the employers are on vacation. Hopefully, maybe this week and next week, I'll contact him. Maybe roughly this week, or back. Menene have a discussion. Menene they have we will discuss on that.
Okay.
Everything will transpire because these people who are out there is different from saying who presented this kind of bit my on farmer. I know it will go against me. But
right.
What I say.
Yeah.
But nipa ne ba ne be amenene to be your office. Even go also on farmer. They are a commodity a casa. I know something will come out from that.
Good, right.
We can see the.
But David, so in case skasem intimi amantem ne bia obednya another contract for plumbing idea money betima agye ho na or the instead of giving the money now scanning to me ban what mean their proceed be for in the future bibi sabe okay amamwana. I'm just asking. I'm saying when you muted into TNT David.
Yeah, okay, see what me yanwana.
To me no the minya yanka me ko ba say no adwuma bi project and I say mama stay behind kakra and yes sure say menya interested it will be because like the means to adwuma for bi so on ma me share time range na enti me say like okay say obesa another paperwork me kra hwa na mentimi anya den mentimi ma and then the problem kakra.
Okay. All right, Matthias here. Indeed, the is say in short, they say if the obede kano just see a trema employer number on any kasawia na there will be in terms of how intend to pay the money and I say condition behavior will be na just wa mama swati and anyesa.
Me pese me nkasa say.
Mpacho yo beti me nkasa.
Fine. Okay, saying I don't want to miss any words of him. The reason why I was too hard on him was the kind of responses or recording that he did. That's I saw it coming that no, we getting the money from him will be very difficult because what he said was the response that gave me. That's why I was too hard. That's not if that would be the case. Fine, you said you have given the money to the employer. Obviously, you have a receipt. So I'm also going to give you some days for us to provide us the receipt because in the recording that he gave us, he said, so we don't want any that statement to reflect again. That's why I also gave him some days for him to give us the receipt. Fine. I mean, it's the way he said we should be decorum and very good. We need to be loyalty and decorum in how we go about things. That was good. That was good for him. But Obed wasn't soft in the way he was talking. Oh, we need to sit down as brother. Oh, so what are you going to do? I mean, what was the other alternative to solve all this problem? As some way, it saddens my heart to say, it has gotten to this level because we have good rapport.
Oh yes.
Even with the wife and then with Obed and the wife as well. Sometimes the wife mama receipt to say, me follow up, I'm on for passport tomorrow.
Wow.
I do that.
Wow.
Meaning you're fine. My school daughter, me classmate and one school daughter. So you have had that rapport, that vibes for years. So it saddens my heart. Say,
yeah.
You see, it wasn't intention saying there's no agenda, there's no reason behind. The reason was information that we got from the grounds.
Yeah.
One, we don't want to come and go anywhere, live illegal anywhere. So we just found out that we need to stay behind and then look for another other opportunity or something else or where the future lies. But over time, and kind of say, oh, Jack, I will put the share on playing the buy and then it wasn't a thought that. And your brotherhood conversation they have you. It was something like a bad thing. And I want now and why I see and I'm driving. Me too has said no, that you cannot talk. You want to be in Kasasa.
Yeah.
What do I say?
Lack of communication. Mommy and lack of communication.
Yes.
Lack of communication.
If say me what Francis B was too hurtful and too hard and as abusive in a way, I will retrieve that statement in a NIPA. And sometimes I miss me one month for with this passport and the rest. Sometimes we be chase come also open there for 5 days. We take 2,000 amount. 5 days now open no. Also could teach amount for near the other. We rebooking near the other.
So
at the end of the day, next can you
asa. No so abase ojinisika.
The same issues now. No abase ojinisika.
You're
not going to like I tell you trap picture. Oh, trap picture. And who can so do now? Why am I going to get the money? But this communication, Jack, scan it make sure we rebook. I say, let me show receipt at show. Still, the payments or Ginisika. You know what? 2,000. I'm not going to get the 2,000. Personally, a canaba, a you me, it's a car bar, heading a mouse mayo. I have 800 Ghana cedis for you, or 1,000 Ghana for you. I will person to make a family call. I'm ready to go out to meet you anywhere you want to send me. What do I say? But this conversation, I just say, oh, you know what? And I mean, in a brotherhood talk, and yes, sir, I bet a ding, and I say, see, I mean, okay, and I say, you hope you say, we are going to get part of the money.
Munyina na yebufu chese obed no na won na ebufu na fa chese normal chese ade a washa say no already or for sudden wa ba say wonye bium tim say ebufu kakra wo because ya kakra and now also so no akoye say emuaye bae no akoye say usika ya kem it now so bufu kakra it now so ye messages enti munyina mu bufu munyina mu bufu
recording the buyer no it didn't sound well for me so now I needed to be hard
normal normal nipa
good vibes but there say I mean
ebufu de wo ho
abanasa but me say abanasa there but they said they work and a bit not from 1,000 euros fine a bit I mean in a casa de say I work and awku enya abuten ye no misu ntwen ope and as some kase bu awa mani pani you okay do e be kra na buy kra na you okay because you hope for definitely the money will come one day but say something say e be yedin na empire na vacation and I say I mean the way you know for you to get 1,000 euros in Ghana here is not that easy. Now, should I say it's the way I can pay. You know, we because no also man who can say it's the way anything and keep. There's also so no way aggressive way be also good to me. Akausika. In respect of the way in now. And you walk home now they are because they be any but now also super so use can be. Me person be connoisseur or your customer can say there should be decorum. Yeah, there should be loyalty and decorum between whatever that you are doing. What they are saying, be respecting the power, and I know you also respect me. But I never thought say be cut that beyond. Yani who say no. There were information about it. You to me banning be because the best say with you at one. Anything I the cash no we stay back. Okay, we stay back there. Munya with credit and I'm for my process no. You to me can say okay, nipa to be see. So therefore what the young shame more can move here, then we know how to go about things. And I say the credit me pama mokrana or me penam de amamone say bibia kwakada. I say minim the way I'm say share be maybe me here on what. Because I mean here statement be I am idea one-on-one. But we statement man, no who me that. But we never thought about say yeah, let's come maybe and I say maybe this and I say this. You see? So I mean It's all
Wow.
about communication. But people
Me a
they
shock.
say
Me a
maybe
shock.
maybe okay.
Me a shock. Say who say or in the bank statement. Mao. Just say that. Just say we look the relationship and I said the trust you build on for each other.
I mean, some way the other, no, definitely. I mean, these are some of the things that will happen along the line. But say Tiana, you should find a way to forgive me, and there was maybe a miscommunication. That's why I brought all these things. So we said we are all hoping and waiting for the employer to come and then look at it, how far it can go, and then at the end of the day, we know that we are going to know that a positive result. So thank you very much for knocking your door.
Me that say. Obed, or say or can be a one can ya facheno or se facheno or still. Because he has a good relationship with you and your family.
I don't have anything against him or the brother. Same way, maybe through our conversation, via call, no. I also said anything maybe or no auntie as I know they find it very offensive. Same way, we should just trash everything out and let us see how best I should do about.
Mr. Medamase. Mr. Medamase say mo yes am abesete who me platforms but Medamase be brave. Medamase. I believe say I just wanted to be a lesson to other people and for others now musutino or chinibino be sure that most of these people are a follow Obed intina I decided to do it yes and means Obed didn't need to repeat himself and I also didn't need to repeat myself obi be amawa will be same way so they say and it's all about communication try so any pan be good communication medam ina must say Obed medawa say no adaje David kwesi also medawa say bebre dia Canadian me sure say at the right time mumi ensano you will find a way moving forward maybe any so some woman number na mo update me why.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to take care so. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Bye. Right, and I mean, they're such a nice gentleman, they're very nice. Obed, a very nice guy. I mean, I started following this guy over TikTok. Now, one of the reasons I made about my platform being interview, just say like I like the way he talk and we share videos nibi now or can Romania sem any how or call Romania his mentality, how you think about things, how you need to humble yourself and baby the answer Bobra, and he's very hardworking and he's in a dream maybe he's when you be kakra de like a crazy and or try so be boa Ghana phone bi ampesa mutu kwan eko ye djuma Romania mo amonim Romania is part of Europe say this year kram be cashing ho and try but say sometimes obika say won pe ho asem kra asem nam be how obe get it back to you but say bibia na a lesson a good say bibi betimi si na ye na etimi sua bibi wo so they say and the end of the day there's peace. That's the most important ain't it medam me nsane nyina ase right if me Henry and hana me dem basic I say person about my platform ni so my numbers them me fan to drop because me pay how because me a very busy person it's here for me fan cheme me a very busy person but and then the world we live in, there are many ways to contact somebody. So they say, and they cry, and she will be cry about up umbusan number, umbusan the social media platform name. So they say, I'm going to share the social media. So they say, and they cry the number, you don't need numbers. And is social media, and me email, and I am the to dry. It's always so contact me with the Mandaroma. Wait me contact me me email henry.voyagex@gmail.com. Any good screen is on the and as I say, me TikTok TikTok now but Voyage X ebe me way e dia ma me profile obehu sa picture way me logo no and that's no message side obetimi aklinki message no send me message mensa ebeka I will get back to you maybe I may get it back to you instantly but me pemre na my contact to fa ade a wo contact me no ebe ya ma say open attention a eya wo contact me a ade kronti a wo contact me no can straight so I say eya beka hi ni hello how are you dear wadaroma onte hwe mfrɛ me ho kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ na immerɛ nim nti ɛyɛ na nipa no so dɔɔso nti amo adi kan akyerɛ mo nsɛm mu na ɛyɛ na I already know about the situation nti ɛyɛ na amo na I get back to them so nti mɛhyɛ wɔ wadaroma wede obi ti bɛka sɛ yɛ na ɔkyerɛ wɔn papa wede me nkyerɛ me ho ɛnokora na mɛka kyerɛ no nti wede manka ne yɛ a wadaroma fa kyerɛ me ɛfɛ me Henry ana me de obesi makraw